Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 5 of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. In the last episode, Ramona confronted Lucas Lee, who clearly had nothing to do with this plot, but there's a lot of fun little meta nuggets throughout this episode that kind of play off of the original story, the movie adaptation, and all that sort of stuff, and a couple clues that kind of hint as to what might be going on. Once again, we get another appearance of one of these robots, and I wanted to come back to that because I was watching a couple other reactions to the earlier episodes. Namely, the second episode, when the Katayanagi twins mentioned that they made this robot. Now, I would assume that they would be telling the truth in this moment, unless they were like brainwashed or being puppeted by this thing or whoever is actually behind it, but let's take that at face value for a second. A robot like that one, or similar to it, has been in a lot of the key pivotal scenes throughout this, and in this last episode, Ramona talks about how she never got to consider Scott a true boyfriend because they didn't really get past that hump, almost as if somebody was trying to prevent them from ever officially being dating. With this portal business, could this be a future league? Could this be time travel? Could this be interference? Could somebody be trying to come back through time? Because we saw a portal that looks suspiciously like Todd's pull Scott away and throw the change back out. We have one of these robots coming in and writing the script that young Neil was working on in his sleep. We have these robots just all over the place, constantly keeping up surveillance. I don't know. I don't know what the ends would be. One thought was like, could this be a machination by this new league down the line, like a plan that they enact in the future now that Matthew Patel has taken charge? But I don't know why they would do that because he already succeeded in this manner. So what if it's a future league, or maybe even reformed villains, future X's, working together for some means? But I don't know why they would take Scott in that way. But I just get the feeling that someone is trying to tamper with time, and that possibly some versions of the X's might be involved in some way. Whether it actually is the Katayanagi twins and Todd and whoever else, what iteration and to what ends would be the next question for me. And why would they need Scott? Other than to remove him from the equation. I mean, if that was the case, why not just kill him instead? They easily could have getting the jump on him while he was distracted with his original fight with Matthew Patel. So I got a lot of questions surrounding that, but it goes back to one of my initial things where I was talking about the double meaning of the title and comparing it to Final Fantasy VII Remake. If this is true, again, this is just me spitballing theories right now, it very well is very comparable to that situation, considering the primary theory is that someone is tampering with the events of the original game to have a different outcome. I don't know. It's just funny to me that like now the more information that we're getting, the more that off-the-cuff comparison may be a little more accurate. So it's fun. I can't wait to see what happens next, because Todd is now on the set taking place of Lucas Lee in the role of Scott in the making of this movie. I don't know what significance the making of this movie has to their greater plans or what is going to happen, but I can't wait to find out. So let's go ahead and hop in. If you want to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It will be in watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes for reaction to the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, and trying to make it worth your while, since you're going to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, I'd really appreciate it if you enjoy this reaction to at least leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really does go a long way with helping these videos out. And with that all said and out of the way, let's hop into episode 5. Here we go. Oh, interesting. We didn't have any pre-credits this time. Oh, another thing that I did learn, and I thought it sounded that way, but I didn't say anything, sadly. So I don't want to take credit for anything like that, but it did kind of cross my mind because in the moment, it did not sound at all like Brie. I was watching the Real Rejects reaction to the second episode, and, you know, John caught that the original artist for the song that Brie sings in the movie sang for Envy Adams in this, and I'll use his word as well. It's a fun, cute little detail.
The following documentary began as a behind-the-scenes promotional featurette for the release of the major Canadian motion picture, Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life.
Oh, interesting.
During the process, the movie fell apart. This footage now stands as a first-hand account of how the movie-making dream can become
a nightmare.
What the hell? What happened? Oh my God.
Is it true neither of you have acted before?
Yes, but we're very, very famous, and that's basically the same thing.
Hey! You knew you win.
We're rock stars. We do what we want. And what we want right now is to be movie stars.
Oh my God. Lights, camera, sparks.
People keep asking me if the movie lives up to my vision. I guess, if I'm being honest, this whole shoot does feel a little blurry. My mom says I should get my eyes checked.
We're just
God,
trying to
Edgar
honor Mr.
wrong.
Neal's
God, that still gets me.
I'd even go so far as to say Toronto is a character in the movie.
Really? He said that? Who did they cast to play Toronto?
Guys,
you
aren't we supposed to be interviewing
Fucking
Andy as a
kidding
stunt
me?
double now?
God. Oh, nice.
Hey, I'm Ramona Flowers. They said I should come talk to you.
You're the
She's
stunt
playing her
double
own
for
stunt
Ramona
double.
Flowers, and your name is also Ramona Flowers?
Is that Ramona Flowers the stunt double or Ramona Flowers the character?
I'm a physical person.
Oh my
but
God.
When you're done up there, I've got another stunt for you. I need you to run over to my hotel room and give my dog some medication.
I don't think that's a stunt.
I only took this job because security realized I wasn't working on the movie, and I needed an excuse to be on set so I could get close enough to Todd to find out if he used a vegan portal to kidnap this guy I went out with one time.
What?
Nice.
As you can see, the lighting in this scene is super dark to represent the darkness in Scott's soul.
Your glasses,
Huh? Yeah, I finally got a prescription.
they're sunglasses?
Oh, wow. I was wondering.
Wow.
There's no
Neil,
precedent for the
God.
I decided the only thing better than being me was getting paid to be me. Why be Wallace Wells for free?
Fair, fair.
Scott Pilgrim's precious little life, scene 43, take one.
Why don't we try having Scott gently put his hand on Ramona's back?
Ah!
No, cut!
Scott Pilgrim's precious little life, scene 43, take two.
And action!
All right, Todd. Just a gentle little touch.
Jesus.
A movie set is kind of like a chemistry set. Some people just have too much chemistry. And what happens when you mix a bunch of
oh
volatile
no.
chemicals?
You get an explosion.
You do? That's dangerous. Why are we mixing volatile chemicals on a movie set in the first place?
Dude, they were making young Neil one of the best bits in this fucking show, man. Oh my God.
32.
Action!
Scene 43.
This is not a porno, guys. That fucking
We've been together
face.
since we were 11 years old. Every day, more magical than the last. Right, baby?
Wait, what?
Humans are unusually loyal to their partners. They never waver.
Hey, buddy. It's not that bad. Maybe we just need to rethink the scene.
Yes?
Huh?
Yes! Scott and Wallace, let's look at each other, deep into each other's eyes.
Oh!
Never seen eyes like these in your life.
Oh wow, no way.
Ramona, forgetting all about her. Now kiss! Kiss like I like the panda!
My God, that tongue action, man.
I don't remember writing that part.
Uh-oh, jealous. Uh-oh, life changed. Sparks. Oh, interesting.
It's like a cross between the last number and all that jazz and the first number in Grease 2.
Oh, and there they go.
Want to run lines in your trailer?
Wallace.
Hey, so quick question about the script.
Run lines in your trailer?
What? Guys, we have a movie to shoot.
Lines? Trailer?
Oh my God!
He's my best friend. Best friend with benefits. Sure, we experimented with other people. He dated Ramona. I dated Scott Pilgrim, but he always came back to me.
Oh, was that a thing? I don't remember
destiny.
that. But I don't remember much these
Todd?
days, apparently.
He told me the love of his life was waiting for him back in Canada. He also told me that he liked to live in the moment. That generally meant sloppy makeouts behind the school.
Kissy kissy.
Is it true he punched a hole in the moon for you? Teleported to the moon and...
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes, he did. The most romantic thing I've ever seen.
The most horrifying thing I've ever seen.
Ramona.
We need to talk about Scott Pilgrim.
I'm Scott Pilgrim.
Oh my God, not this
No.
again.
Hold that thought.
Huh?
Wallace.
Co-worker.
Wow.
At the end of day 2, the production was already $17 million over budget.
Oh
with
my-
only 3 shots in the can.
What? I was like, they haven't done shit today.
I'm really hoping to pull Todd away from Wallace for a few minutes. They always seem to be running lines in his trailer.
You two have incredible chemistry.
What's it like working with Wallace Wells? He's taught me so much about acting. No,
Wow.
about living. What can you even say about a man like that?
Wallace literally has a superpower. Whoa!
I can't be with you anymore. I'm in love with Wallace Wells.
Wow.
What happened to all that vegans never waver stuff?
I never said that. I said vegans never waver. They never waver.
Nice.
Never waver. Never waver.
Look, any rumors about me having a very hot on-set affair are just rumors. I'm...
Uh-oh.
Tell him what you just told me.
He's in
Is
love
he
with
okay?
me, isn't he?
Oh, yep.
This was just an on-set fling.
What?
When the movie ends, so does the relationship. Tale as old as time.
Aww.
What about the sparks?
What sparks?
Oh, uh-oh.
Baby, sweetheart.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Wallace Wells.
Oh!
If you want to fight with me, fight with them.
Uh-oh.
4 stunt doubles?
Get a better lawyer, baby.
Ramona.
Oh,
time
no.
for stunts.
Wait, what? I'm doing an intern.
You want to keep your job?
It's like a Pokemon battle. Summoning their
Where's
stunt
everybody going?
people to fight for them. Oh gosh, this has turned into found footage thing. Alright, Ramona versus Wallace Wells stunt doubles.
Who said that?
Don't embarrass me, guys.
Straight Wallace?
Hey! Well, he had to keep his gig somehow.
Fight them. Fight the Wallaces. If you lose, you're fired.
Jeez!
That's the sloppiest headbutt I've ever seen. You call that a backflip? Terrible form. You give stunts a bad name. This is tragic. You're also slow.
Fight your own battle then, Wallace! God damn, Ramona.
Too many French fries.
Come on, man! We can handle physical abuse, but we draw the line at verbal abuse.
Hey.
Wow.
Well, well, well. I guess now it's time for you to fight your own fight.
Why does your character want to fight Wallace in the first place?
This isn't for the movie. This is for real life.
I broke her boyfriend.
No more stunts. Where is he? Todd, we need to talk.
Oh, did he actually just... Oh. Oh.
Todd.
Oh, no.
Breaking vegan
Yeah.
Step
Dude,
inside.
that's so much poutine, dude.
Welcome to my crib. Let me give you a quick tour. Over there is the first place I made out with Wallace. This is the second place.
Why?
This trailer holds so many memories. It's where I fell in love for the first time.
I'm sorry, what?
What we had was fun, but I've discovered a new kind of fun. The kind of fun where you care about another person. You wouldn't understand.
Wow.
What about
Ooh.
us? You've known him for 3 fucking days.
Is that all it's been?
Even if it had just been 2 days, I'd be chasing that high for the rest of my life. You can't fight the moonlight, babe.
Huh?
All right, we're done. Goodbye.
Hold on. We need to talk about Scott Pilgrim.
I'm Scott Pilgrim.
God damn it.
No, the real Scott Pilgrim. The guy you kidnapped using a vegan portal. Here. I don't know if you did this alone or if envy put you up to it.
No one puts me up to anything. Only I put me up to things.
It's a vegan portal, all right, but it's better than anything Todd's ever made. I mean, look at the thought that went into it. The craftsmanship. Todd didn't do this.
Huh. So it's a more refined, better made portal than anything Todd has done. Todd is done now. Oh. Wow.
You're all fired.
Sir, did you just say?
Shut up. Guards! Aren't you the director?
Yes.
You're fired.
Oh! He just killed Edgar Wrong.
Memory or something. Not anymore.
Whew. Well, that took a turn.
We just want a moment of your time. We have an exciting opportunity.
If you give us a chance, we will blow your mind!
I like your moxie, kids. I have 30 seconds available next Tuesday.
Damn. Why would they want to shill out to the man that killed Scott? Well, killed Scott.
What's with the outfit? Are you a CEO?
Actually, yes. I'm here to shut this movie down.
I'm David Zaslav now.
It's a character assassination of me, Matthew Patel. I won that fight. I punched Scott Pilgrim to death.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't actually punch him to death. Someone kidnapped him and made it look like you won.
Huh?
Oh.
I didn't win.
No.
Oh.
He's not dead.
Nope.
Is he mad at me?
What?
I won't make the same mistakes he made. I won't end up where he is now.
Which is where, exactly?
Here, Toronto. He's shacking up with some girl named Julie something.
This Julie, it wouldn't be Julie Powers?
Yeah, that's it. You know her?
I thought I did.
Oh. Dude, if it's Julie, dude, that would be, she does hate Scott.
Where are you going?
And here another one. What is going on, dude? What the fuck? Special appearance by Al Yankovic as who? Damn, dude. I don't know what's going on, man. Julie? Yeah, I thought all that was going to entail was that, you know, after everything and his empire crumbling down, it was just going to be about Gideon's soul searching and, you know, finding what he's actually been lacking. That's not everything that he's putting onto Ramona. But no, seemingly that's part of the game or involved somehow. I don't know, that last scene, are people being like mind controlled through time? Wait, what was that thing I saw? Dude, was it a movie or a short? I can't. Wow, son of a bitch, what is it? Oh, I remember what it was. It was one of the episodes of Midnight Club where they were using like this TV, this VHS to send messages through time or something like this. What if they're like being brainwashed by some future entity or some shit? Again, I'm hung up on that now that Ramona said that shit about the train station, that we have a vegan portal that's better than any of the ones that Todd can make. We have multiple versions of the Katayanagi twins robot floating around in every episode, even one showing up to ghostwrite this script for young Neil to put out this different sequence of events that could be like Kyle Reese-ish, you know, trying to set things in motion, putting the idea of what really should have happened back into the world, because it was different, at least, you know, the hoodie and the stuff like that coming in and typing up the movie, what should have happened. But like, I don't know how that connects to all the other dots. I don't know that it's got to be Todd, or a future version of Todd, or an alternate version of Todd. You know, time travel, multiverse, we've been touching on this stuff so much lately. So I wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to do something similar to that here, to tell a different story with all these different characters from different angles and exploring all kinds of fun new stuff with it. But that's kind of where my head's at right now, because this is a deviation. This is a branching of the story that we knew from that point where he fought Patel. The only reason it makes me think it's the future is, like I said, again, somebody's trying to prevent that train from leaving the station, that line from Ramona last episode, and then this vegan portal that is better than anything this Todd has ever made. So either a character we've never been introduced to, who's just superior and has it out for Scott, which would just be weird and random, or it's a alternate version of him that never faltered, a future version of him that just has a better understanding and control over his powers. But then it just, again, goes back to the question of why. I absolutely love the way they are deconstructing all these characters and taking them down these different paths, you know. Like Todd getting Wallace was not in my cards at all. With characters that just have these random off-the-chain powers, it would not shock me to eventually learn that Wallace just has this like poison ivy level kiss, because he is able to turn anybody, but at every step of the way, he's never the one that falls for anybody. He can win them over, pull them in, and it's just another day in the life of Wallace Wells, breaking hearts. And we don't talk about it. We just kind of move on. He was like, to the point where Todd was like, because of that, he's like, now all this time he's been with Envy since he was 11, and now he's like, for the first time I've actually felt love. Dude, to be Envy in that moment has got to hurt. You could tell that frustrated the shit out of her. She was pissed. She's very much a woman of ego, and you know, even like the fact that she dated Scott feels like something she would much rather bury or forget or whatever in some ways and aspects. But then again, if that were true, I think some of it's a front. I think some of this over time has been her building this ego, this version of herself that she wants to be. Much like with Lucas Lee, I think she just manifested this life for herself, and Scott's just kind of a blemish on that. So I think she just wants to write that off or downplay it at every turn. But if it didn't mean anything, why even bother? Because people don't like it. It was quite clearly not as public knowledge as she let on when she arrived at Scott's funeral. Like, that felt like something for her rather than anything else. So I don't know. Wallace and Envy both having their stunt doubles fight their battles for them was freaking hilarious. And the fact that straight Wallace, you know, after Wallace took his job, had to like, you know, go down to being the stunt double for the guy that took his role is kind of funny. And the fact that like Envy and him were using them as these like pseudo avatar Pokemon to fight their fights for them, it was just freaking hilarious. And again, the fight was great. The fight was really fun. Like, this one was less over the top than some of the ones we had in the past, but it was so grounded and rooted that I loved the choreo of it. Like, there was a lot of thought and attention to detail put into that hand-to-hand. The animation has been clean, expressive, and I think it's just a perfect marriage of studio and style. Brian Lee O'Malley's his art direction, his style, the way he draws these characters, and this way that Saru likes to animate these things in this very kind of fluid, expressive, kind of dynamic way. They marry together so well. You know, to see that Todd also in the wake of all this has been hurt by that revelation that he was just kind of this fling thing for Wallace in the moment, like most people who come across Wallace end up being. It broke his heart, it broke his vegan edge, and he is chowing down on a gigantic bowl of poutine. That's another thing right there. If he's broken his edge, his powers would either wane or dissipate altogether. Because if it's someone that has a stronger honed edge on their vegan powers, Would it be somebody that's broken their edge? I mean, I could double down and him get better in the future again if he did kind of go back and recommit like wholly. Or is this one that never broke edge? I don't know, man. I've just got so many fucking questions. And I love the involvement of this production, this documentary going on behind the scenes about all this. And young Neil, dude, every line is just gold, just showing just how out of touch and kind of brain dead this kid is. It's so hilarious. Toronto's a character in the movie? I don't remember writing that. Who's playing Toronto? Matthew Patel coming in and shutting down the production once he hears that the story is about him losing that fight that gave him his power in this position anyway. That's a good little detail to bring that story in. The revelation about what happened with Gideon and what might be happening moving forward. Oh, what if this is all about Ramona? Julie has had this weird obsession with Ramona ever since she moved to Toronto. Like, it was very obsessive. Like, she very much wanted to make sure that she was friends with Ramona. What if this goes beyond that? What if she is collecting her exes on top of that? Like, no, it goes beyond wanting to be friends with Ramona. What if it wants to be being wanted like Ramona, and now she's trying to claim all of her exes for herself? Dude, this turns out to be Julie's master plan to like become Ramona. That would be fucking bananas. But it would be very in line with a lot of the things that they have set up with her character, and honestly, both iterations of this. That would be wild. Oh, and speaking of, fucking Matthew Patel killing Edgar Wrong by firing him from this project, coming in, canceling the movie, firing everybody. Now that he's got ownership of the studios, it immediately made me think of fucking David Zaslav coming in to cut all this shit for a tax write-off. Real quick, editing Omni here. I was just going through my intro, editing it together when I was talking about and just throwing out all my little theories here. With this Julie revelation, something kind of popped into my head about why remove Scott from that line. So this only supports this theory if it is, in fact, Julie collecting Ramona's life, her boyfriends, her exes, and stuff like that for herself. Removing Scott, as much as she hates Scott, removing him from the equation, one, he is a future ex of Ramona's, and two, altering the timeline, she wouldn't be able to collect those exes because Scott has killed them all, so they would be gone. If she is after Ramona's life and everything that maybe she had, she would have had to have removed Scott from that or kept Scott from taking them out. But again, it just goes to the bag. I don't think that because her entire personality or character description has been like, hates Scott. So I don't know, even if she liked Ramona, I think she wants to prevent Ramona from dating him ever, to not taint that and maybe not have to herself. But then that still just goes back to the same question I mentioned before in the beginning as well. If that is the case, why not just kill Scott right then and there and then continue with that machination? Otherwise, I don't know. But again, I just wanted to include this because it just popped into my head while I was editing. Anyway, man, solid, wild episode. Lots of speculation. Lots of different directions this could go. You know, I don't know. I've got some strong suspicions, but again, it's just like, I'm just taking the crumbs that they have and just trying my best to formulate something out of it, but I could be like miles off from what is actually happening. But guys, that is another episode down, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to you all. What do you think is going on right now? What were you thinking when this? Because I'm sure a lot of you have probably already binged this to the end by now. Where were you guys at when you made it to this episode? I'm very curious. But again, please no spoilers. I got 3 more of these things to go. We're going to be pumping them right out. But still, I'd love to hear from you guys. So sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, to see the full-length reaction, check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends. Manny Sherritt, Ryan Kieran, York Coruscant, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey Hale, Jake Cantrell, Eric Official, Amy Becca, Casey Wood, and Scythe. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.